morning. We'll give it just another minute here.
Morning.
Morning. We'll just give it another 30 seconds or so here, and then we'll get started. So we've got push-ups, rows, deadlift, and wall sit today. So only really needing, some band or weight for the rows and deadlift. Okay, let's get started. Start with just a jog on the spot. Up first, we've got push-ups. So they're coming down to the ground, right? Remembering that you want to make sure your wrists are right below your shoulders, not out in front. Shoulders are kind of pulled back. And then that big breath in, lower yourself down and push through. Try to make sure that you're not coming too far out, right? My hands can be a little wider step, that's fine. But your elbows want to track back, not out, okay? Remember, you can always adjust that, dropping down to your knees, but then making sure you still got that straight line that you have from your toes, right, down to the knees. I'm not back here on my hands and knees, right? Still lowering myself down and pushing through. I can also do a wall push-up or an incline push-up, right? If those are feeling too easy, although you do have 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest, you can also elevate your feet. Number 2, we've got a row. So with a band, I can do 2 options. I can do it bent over, so standing on the band. Let's switch to some arm circles. Making sure that my back is straight. I don't want to be here. So a good practice is to stand up, set the shoulders back, move into that hinge. And I am quite far over, so I don't want to be terribly upright here. That tends to pull up, right? I want to be in a good bent over position, and then I'm squeezing the shoulder blades together, okay? That would be the exact same with the weight, right? It's just in that hinge position, pulling back, or single arm where opposite leg is forward and pulling back. Or with the bands, I can go into a seated row. Okay, so then I'm just using my feet as that anchor point, exhaling and pulling back, and into that row, okay? Let's get some toe touches going. So coming down, stretch out those hamstrings, go for about 12 of those. Okay, next we've got the deadlift. So deadlift with a band, I'd set up exactly the same as a row, so stepping onto that band. Now the only difference is instead of pulling with my arms, I'm gonna stand up, hips go back, and I'm exhaling, pulling and squeezing the glutes and the hamstrings as I come back up. Still making sure that my back is nice and straight. I don't want to be here, right? I still want to set the shoulders back, upper back's engaged, okay? Or with a weight. So depending on the weight I have, one in each hand or holding one together. Let's get some torso twists going. Okay, so just twisting through the torso. So I can either hold one dumbbell right in each hand, a kettlebell, one dumbbell in both hands, or one in each hand, right? But with making sure that my feet are about hip width apart, they don't have to be super wide. And then again, hips go back, squeeze to come through. Depending on the weight, you don't necessarily have to go all the way to the ground, right? It can be more of an RDL. Let's get some lunges going. Go for about 8 per side there on the lunges. Last one here is a wall sit. So if you've got a good wall surface, right, just bringing yourself down to that 90-degree angle, try to make sure your back is pressed against the ground or against the wall. I don't want to be hunched over like this, holding too much, right? Just trying to maintain that position. If you don't have a good wall, you can also just do a squat hold. Or if the hold is a problem, you can also just go for reps. So just going up and down. Okay, if in the walls that you need to come up for a little bit and then get back into it, that's fine. Try to make your rest as short as possible though within that 40 seconds. Okay, let's finish off with a few jumping jacks here, just about 10 to 15, and then we'll get started. Get the timer ready. So we're gonna do twice at each station, and then we're gonna rotate to the next, and then also 2 full rounds through that. So you're gonna hit each station 4 times. Starting with push-ups here in 10 seconds. Just remember, try and set those shoulders back. You're lowering yourself down and pushing through. And let's go. So into that push-up position, right? Your whole body, you should think from wherever your anchor point is to your shoulders is a nice straight line, and it's a board, right? You don't want the hips moving differently from the shoulders. That big breath in, lower yourself down, push through, big breath in, lower yourself down, and exhale as you push up. If you're going from your toes but not able to get terribly close to the floor, I'd recommend dropping down to the knees or going to an incline. 5 seconds. And rest. Okay, you get 20 seconds here and then we're going again. So if you are going from your toes, right, and you're going into a pretty short range of motion, I would recommend dropping to the knees just to make sure that you're getting nice and low, right? Getting that flow range of motion, working all the muscles through that push up. 3, 2, 1, and let's go again. Core and glutes should be engaged here as well, right? That's what's going to help you keep that straight line from if you're anchoring from your toes or your knees. $15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we've got rows next. So just a reminder, neither be in a bent over position, if it's a bad seated position, or single arm, but the opposite leg is forward. Make sure you're still pushing back, leaning forward into that hinge. So with the single leg, I don't want to be nice and close like this, right? Step back, and let's go. Woo, balance. Yeah, go ahead. There you go. Nice work. So making sure that we're pulling the shoulder blades together, right? Upper back is engaged. We're not just pulling the arms up and down, right? Think about squeezing together through the shoulders. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So if you did go single arm there, then now you'd be switching to the other side. Five seconds, then we're going again, still with the rows. And let's go. So keep that core braced as well, right? If you notice that your lower back is starting to feel it, stand up, reset, hips go back, chest comes forward, so I'm in that good set position, but my core is tucked, right? That little bit of tuck through the core. Should help protect the lower back. 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and let's rest. Okay, deadlifts are next. So just again, making sure upper back's engaged. And then if your weight isn't super heavy at home, really focusing on that mind-muscle connection, right? Nice slow squeeze through here, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as you come up, right? That's gonna make that harder even if you don't have the right weight. 2, 1, and let's go. So feet are about hip width apart. Hips go back, and I'm pulling through, right? Not thinking about lifting the weight with the shoulders or the arms, right? Squeeze those hamstrings and glutes. Making sure you're not shifting the weight over onto your toes, right? The weight should stay throughout that whole foot on the heel as well. If you're feeling it a lot in your quads, make sure that you're not shifting forward, right? We want to push back. 5 seconds. And rest. Okay, we got set number 2. So yeah, for anyone who didn't see, right, making sure that you're not shifting forward too much, but you're pushing more back through the hips. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Set number 2 of deadlifts. You got it. Same thing, core is engaged, right? Upper back's engaged. Even though it's primarily glutes and hamstrings that are doing the work, lots of stuff is playing together here. Nice work. 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we got squat hold or wall sit next, or just squats. Making sure that the back staying straight if I'm doing a squat hold too, right? That I'm not hanging out here with a rounded back, as I almost fell over demonstrating that. 2, 1, and let's go. So over to the wall. Right, trying to get as close to that 90-degree angle in the knees as possible. But again, if you need to come up a little bit, or if you need to rest a little bit, go ahead, but try to make the rest as short as possible here. You want to sit for the long, or as much of that 40 seconds as you can. Ten seconds, you got it. Hang in there. Again, just breathing through it. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we got another set of those. Two, 1, and let's go. Back into that wall sit. Again, trying to kind of push that back into the ground. You don't want a huge gap happening here, right? You still want to pull through. You've got that core engagement, and then just sitting on however low you can. Ten more seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we're right back to the start here. So going back into your push-ups. Again, remembering you want to adjust to make sure that you're getting a good range of motion versus going to the hardest possible, right, and only getting a few or getting a shorter range of motion. If you get tired at some point here, okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. If you need to at some point, you can also just hold the plank position, still making sure shoulders are pulled back a little bit, core is engaged, right? You can always hold the plank if you're already on your knees or at an incline and it's feeling super challenging. So getting back into that push-up ready position, right? Shoulders are back, big breath. Also making sure that your arms aren't extending further and further out here, okay? 10 more seconds, you got it. 2, 1, and rest. So even if you're going from an incline position, right, you want to make sure that your arms aren't way out in front, but that they're right below, right? Lowering yourself down and pushing through. 5 seconds. And let's go. Set number 2 of push-ups here. Last one, you're doing good. Don't forget that breath, right? Big breath in, lower yourself down, exhale as you're pushing through. Get that little bit of a power out of that bottom. 10 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, awesome job. We're over to the rows. Finishing off here, so again, either single arm. So if that was feeling super easy the last time and you were going with both, right, you can go one side per round here. Or if you were going one side and it was feeling a little hard, you might want to switch to going with both hands. 2, 1, and let's go. So setting up, right, chorus brace, exhaling as you're pulling through. Don't just pull the arms in though. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. My elbow should be coming a little bit back past the torso. Right, getting that good squeeze. You can also slow down your reps, right? 1, 2, up, pause for a second. 1, 2, down, nice and controlled. Five seconds. And rest. So if you were going single arm, we'll just switch now. Other arm. Three, 2, 1, and let's go. Again, just make sure you're breathing. Exhale on the way up, control it down. Exhale on the way up, and control it down. Nice work, Chris and Arlen. It's looking really good. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we're over to the deadlifts again here. Okay, so again, making sure everything's nice and tight, shoulders are set, core is braced, and really focusing on that squeeze through the glutes and the hamstrings. 2, 1, and let's go. So bring it down. Really focus on that squeeze. Again, slower up, but come all the way through. We'll make that harder, right? All the way. I'm not finishing here. I want to pull all the way through with my hips, so my hips are locked out. Nice work. 10 more seconds. And rest. Okay, we got set number 2 of those as well. Two, 1, and let's go. Last set of deadlifts here. Pushing back, coming through, right? Remember, you want a neutral spine, including the neck, so you don't want to crane up too much or look down. Push back, pull through. "15 seconds, you can do it." Try and maintain control here as you're getting tired. Two, 1, and rest. Okay, all we got left is some wall sits before we get to that finisher. Two, one, and let's go. So getting down into that wall sit, squat hold, or again, you can just go for reps on a squat here. Trying to maintain, again, as a nice 90-degree angle. You don't need to go lower than that, but maintaining that 90-degree angle in those holds. $15 seconds. Three, two, one, and rest. Okay, last one here. Again, just remembering you can come up, but try and make that rest as short as possible, going right back into it. Last 40 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and back into that hold. So whether it's a squat hold, hanging out here, right? Trying again, make sure you've got a nice straight back. You're not hanging out here with a rounded back in the bottom. Right, then I'd recommend coming up a little bit. $15 seconds, breathe through it, you can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's it. Nice work, everyone. Take about 30 seconds here, grab something to drink, and I will start demonstrating your finisher. We've got 3 core exercises today. You're gonna go 30 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, so really just a little bit longer than a Tabata on the work, but still just that 10 seconds rest to transition. We're gonna go 3 rounds through that, so it works up to about 6 minutes of work. Yeah, and then just getting a good core workout. I'll show you the exercises here and how to adjust to make sure that you're able to keep going for the full 30 seconds. So again, with that, I'd rather have you adjust to an easier or slightly easier version of it than stopping, than going super hard and resting during that work time, right? So I know a lot of times people want to do the absolute hardest variation, but if you're only getting in about 15 seconds of work because you're going really hard, I'd rather see you switch to that easier version and then make sure you can work the whole time, okay? So up first, we've got Flutter Kicks. Similar to leg raises, I like to kind of tuck my hands under my glutes or my lower back. I'm going to exhale and pull up, and then I'm just going into these Flutter Kicks. Okay, so trying to keep that lower back pushed into the ground, making sure that I'm not having a big gap here between my lower back and the ground, right? That's when the lower back feels that often. But then remembering that I can also come up higher, right? The higher up I come, the easier that's going to be. So if I can't maintain holding my shoulders up, right, I might just need to come a little bit higher up, still pull that belly button in, and go into those flutters. So there's lots of distance in between here, right? I don't have to go straight from low to high. Exercise number 2 is just going to be a hollow hold. So same thing, shoulders up, feet up, right? I can even extend my arms, which will make it a little bit harder, or I can bring my knees in, right? And then holding that. Still trying to pull the shoulders up, reach the ceiling, right? So again, I can adjust there based on how that's feeling. And then the last one, you're just going to come up into that seated position, right? And we're going to go for Russian twists. Nice and controlled, trying again to pull that belly button in. If your lower back is feeling on the lower or on the Russian twists, right, we can switch it over to windshield wipers. So controlling it from side to side. Arms out like a T will generally help you not tip over as much. Okay, so 30 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, 3 rounds through. Your core should feel that by the end of this, hopefully. So 10 seconds here, and then we're going to start with those Flutter Kicks. Oh, sorry, 1 second here. Change my rounds. Okay, 10 seconds. 3, 2, and let's go. So those flutters, right? Again, just bringing your legs up higher, adding a little bit of bend in the knee if you need to. Try to move through the whole leg though, not just kicking through the knee, right? The whole leg is moving up and down a little bit. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, you only have about 10 seconds here, but you're staying on your back. Going into that hollow hold next. 2, 1, and let's go. Right, so lower the feet are, the harder that's gonna be, but then again, you can bring the legs up, bend the knees a little bit more, or keep them straight higher, right? Either way works there. Just trying to pull that belly button in, push that lower back into the floor. 10 more seconds, you got it. Breathe through it, but make sure you're pulling the belly button in, not pushing out. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, so Russian twist next, right? So either feet up off the floor or down on the floor, add weight or drop weight. 2, 1, and let's go. So really pulling that belly button in, squeezing as I twist from side to side here. So if you're doing weight this round or feet down up this round, remember you don't have to do that for all 3. This will get harder as you go. 10 more seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, that's 1 round. We've got 2 more. So down to the down onto your back again for those flutter kicks next. 3, 2, 1. Right. So just make sure I'm not just kicking with the feet here. Right. I want to be moving through the entire leg, whether I'm up high or down low. Make sure you're breathing, right? Think about pulling that belly button in. Exhaling as you bring the shoulders up a little bit usually helps with that. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So it's that hollow hold next. It's still on the back, right? And then just remember, those legs have lots of option as far as where you're going to put them. And let's go. Right? So wherever you find you can get that balance where that core is feeling like you're pulling in, right? Again, exhaling as you bring the feet up helps to make sure that you contracted the abdominals and you're not just pushing out against them. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and good. So back to that Russian twist here. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Squeeze through. Making sure you're breathing, right? I shouldn't be doing multiple reps without breathing. "15 seconds. You got it. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, final round here. So back to the flutter kicks for the last round. 2, 1, and let's go. Come into that nice flutter, right? I can go higher and lower, bigger range of motion, right? Or it can be that smaller range of motion. 15 seconds, you got it. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and good. So back into that hollow hold. So now just that hold position. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Try to maintain that nice little curve or raise the legs up a little higher if you need to. 10 more seconds. Last one here. Oh, no, it's not. 2, 1, and done. Or rest. We got Russian twist yet. Not the last one. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Final set here. Final exercise. Making sure that you're still maintaining control. Right, my feet are ping-ponging back and forth, counterbalancing my weight. Halfway through, you got it, everyone. Breathe through it. Three, 2, 1, and that's it. Awesome job. Okay, take about 30 seconds here, grab something to drink, and then we will stretch it out. Okay, let's move. Just the camera. Let's start with those shoulders. So let's bring those shoulders back. Right, push the chest forward. So I'm not just holding my arms here, right? I'm actually rotating through the shoulders, pushing the chest forward. Nice deep breaths while I'm here, not holding too tense or too tight as far as the breathing goes. Good. Let's bring that one arm up. I'm going to gently pull it across the other side of the body. Awesome. Other arm, pull it across. Good. Let's stretch up those triceps a bit. So bring that one hand up. Grab that elbow. Awesome. Other side. Okay, this will be the last one standing, so you can also come down to the ground for the quad stretch, right? So either sitting, standing up here, grabbing that one foot, or seated on the ground, where you can lie, or lying on your side, right? Whatever version of the quad stretch here works best for you. Think about squeezing that glute, pushing that hip through versus being over here if you can, right? Again, depending on what your mobility allows. Let's switch sides. Good. Okay, we'll come down to the ground if you're not already there. Next, let's stretch out those hamstrings so my legs are just straight out. Even thinking about kind of pointing my feet back towards me. Nice tall posture. I'm just going to exhale as I sit forward. Only going as far as I need to feel that gentle stretch, right? It's not about how far forward I can get, right? That's going to also stretch your back, which is fine. But that rounded reaching to your toes doesn't necessarily stretch your hamstrings any further. Good, let's ease off of that for a second or two here. Then we're gonna exhale and go back into it. Again, just going as far as you can while maintaining a gentle stretch through the back of the legs. Good, let's go wider with the legs now. Same thing, I'm just gonna lean forward till I feel a bit of a stretch through the adductors or through the inner leg. Good, we'll do the keyhole stretch here for the glutes because deadlifts and wall sits should hit those. So bring that one leg up, crossing the leg in front. Now again, I can always pull back on that front leg or I can reach through. Either way, the front leg, the leg that's in front, that's the glute you should be feeling. Switch it over. Good, we're gonna flip over onto our stomachs. For one final stretch here, so my legs are out, my arms are out. I'm gonna take my left hand and I'm gonna reach back. I'm gonna let that left knee come up to a 90-degree angle bend here. And I'm just reaching as far back as I can, right? As I loosen up, as I exhale, I might be able to go further and further. This is too much pressure on your shoulder, just bend at that elbow. Take some of that pressure off, right? Versus having that full arm extended, just bending in. Good, let's bring it back to the middle, and then we're just gonna switch over and do the other side, same thing. So now my right side, so I'm gonna come over. Again, you can always bend at the elbow if this is too hard on the shoulder. Awesome, and we'll call that it for your Thursday morning. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully everyone's having a great week, and we'll see you later.